Welcome, welcome. So my name is Deborah Tomlinson. I hope you can see me okay. Today we're going to do a little bit of tarot. So each of you, if you have already got your questions, pretty soon you can go ahead and ask them away for me. So while I'm waiting for everyone to join, just a little bit about myself. My name is Deborah Tomlinson, and I've been a professional tarot reader for now 20 years. I also work with the stars in Hollywood, and I have a wellness show called The Mystic Market. Plus, I run a Mystics Psychic Circle, which is a group of us psychics that do readings in various locations. So today we're going to do some card pulling for you for July, which is Cancer, the month of Cancer. And for your birthday, we'd like to do a little special reading. We started a little earlier, a few minutes earlier, just because I wanted to warm up a little bit. So I'm just going to type that in there. So hopefully some people will start joining us. So far, we have nothing right now, but we're just going to start with a little general reading for Cancer while we're waiting for people to join us. The first card that's coming up is the Nine of Wands. Business adventures, new positions opening up for you. Right now we're in this silly little retrograde and from July 7th to the 21st. So a lot of decisions shouldn't be made at the current time. Near the end of this month, is the best part to do these kind of decisions. I feel that you're about to explode when it comes to your career. And then by September, you will be set and in your new position. So this is also about taking on a new challenge. And it is a challenge of, you're starting your own business, perhaps starting your own company, joining with another company, partnering is what I meant. And it's going to be hugely successful for you. So I'm very happy for Cancer, for you. This is one of the first cards that comes up is success, financial, and business. So I see we have one person joining us. I don't know how to see the actual comments, but if you leave a comment and ask your question, that would be brilliant. We're working with the Spiral deck today, as well as two other decks. So I'm going to be working with the Housewives Tarot, and I'm going to be working with a deck that is originally from 1910, and as you see here, in its original shape and form. And this is a Revelation deck. So it's kind of cool because it's just going to fold this down just a tiny bit here so we can see each other a little bit better. Perfect. Okay, let's go down a little further here. Awesome. So this deck is called the Revelation deck, and it is originally from 1913. So what it is a prophecy deck. And if you ever find it online or on eBay, get yourself one of these because it's really cool. And this is what the front of it looks like. So it's Revelation, Read Your Future is the name of the deck there. So onwards with the Cancer reading. Hey, hi Isla, how you doing? Do you have a question for me? So while we're waiting for the question, I'm going to continue here. And the next one is Six of Cups for Cancer. This one is about letting go of the past, the home that you're currently in, or perhaps it is a situational. It's now at its end. And as you see that this couple here is looking forward into the future, looking forward to the new home that they're going to be in new settings. It perhaps is also time for you to look at a different place to live. It feels to me as if when this card comes up that a lot of you are going through this confused state of should I stay or should I go? And so this card is saying it's time to move forward for you. So one person, yeah. Oh, good, Isla. Thank you. So this, Isla, I'm just doing until people are starting to ask questions, I'm just going to do a Cancer spread for July 2019 and the birth month. So this is your birthday. If it is, then these are the cards that are resonating for you. The next card that's coming up for Cancer is the card of union. You're about to enter a partnership, a group of people perhaps, or it is a wedding that you'll be attending, or you are getting married yourself. So again, these are general cards for Cancer. It could relate to you. It may relate to the next person beside you, but it is definitely in the cards, shall we say. The next one that's coming up is the Eight of Swords, and this is reversed. And the reason this deck, not all the decks work this way, but my deck, I have learned how to read with right side and reverse. So in this case, the Eight of Swords is saying that you're now out of that being stuck in that situational, that it hasn't been working for you for a very long time. So it looks as if this is now ended for you. And again, don't make any rash decisions until at least July 21st, because right at the moment we're in a retrograde. So any major decisions should be held back until that point. I know a lot of us are going through this traumatic kind of time at the moment where we are feeling like we are just not sure what our next step should be. But right now, at this very moment, I would suggest that you hold off until that period of time has lapsed for you. The next card that's coming up is the Empress. And this means independence this year for you. So this month especially for Cancer, it means independence. You're finally achieving those goals. You're finally getting yourself to the point when you feel as if you can put a little bit away for yourself in the piggy bank, grow your wealth corner, and really try to take care of yourself, buy those new dresses or whatever it is that you have a feeling or a wanted desire for. So this card here is suggesting that it's your turn now to shine that light and to gain that confidence and that independence for yourself. I know we have had a few people responding that they were going to join us, so we'll just give them a few more minutes. It's only been 8 minutes so far. So while we're waiting as well, I'm going to switch to another deck shortly, but I wanted to say that July 14th, which is next Sunday, at the West Shore Town Centre Mall in Victoria, BC, we are doing 35 vendors, and that is including psychic readers as well as myself. There will be jewelry, there's going to be artisans, it's going to be a sensational time, and it's right in the mall, so it's perfect for this kind of event to happen. It's never been done before in a mall at this extent. And then the following one after that is August 10th, and that is at Market Square, which is in Victoria, British Columbia as well. And that one is an outdoor event featuring at least 35 vendors and live entertainment and music, et cetera, et cetera. So that one should be a real blast too. Also, we are doing it's called Haunted Appy Hour, and that is at 199 Bay Street, and that is at the 4 Mile Pub, and that's an evening of readings and appies with myself, Isabel Okanese, and Mary Robichaux is the two other readers. So it's $65 for a ticket, and if you click on in my channel there, look at the banner that says the little world, and it says Mystic Intuitive Services. If you click on that, that'll take you to my website. And I'm also offering courses too, so you'll see that there. So the tickets for the dinner and the appies and the reading is $65, and that is October 27th, which is a Sunday. That should be real fun because the place that we're doing it in is originally established in 1858, and it's extremely haunted. It's a wonderful presence, and I can't wait to see, what we are going to be able to sense and what we're going to be able to find in this space. It's just it's got a history of being extremely haunted. So I hope you can join us. And in order to get in on that action, you just email pixiedust363@yahoo.com to claim your tickets. And we've got, I think, 3 sold yesterday, and 7 reserved. So not that many left, maybe 15 left, if anything. So back to you again, Cancer. This month is beautiful, though. I mean, for Cancer, you couldn't have picked a better warm climates, and it's just gorgeous out there. Cancers can be quite active. So, and the reason I know this for a fact is because my father is a Cancer. So he's a farmer. He is a hard worker. He's extremely go, and he's just, the powerhouse. So Cancers can be very multitaskers too. They have that tendency to be able to do, whatever it takes to get a job done, build a house, do some welding, do some farming, work full time, all on top of it, and still have a life to enjoy themselves with. They never quit. They all will never retire from anything. They are consistent workers, Cancer. And Cancer is also water-based as well. So the love of fine arts and emotion and theater, that kind of ideas, those are some of the aspects of the Cancer sign. So happy birthday, Cancer. So the next card that comes up for Cancer, and if anyone has any questions that they want to ask, the one question, Celeste Morgan, hi. Could you kindly check for me? Check for what? Sorry, what is the question that you want to ask, Celeste? While we wait for Celeste to ask the question, because I believe there's a delay here between myself and the big wide world. Celeste, would you like to go ahead, please, and ask the question that you have? Because the cards that I'm going to be pulling for you are for one question. Life, I'm lost. Could you guide me? Okay, so what I keep getting is a brand new, this one here is the Princess of Wands, and looking forward to a brand new opportunity for you. It's like as if that you've been in a situation where nothing seems to be working. You're always on the verge of either being broke or homeless or whatever it is. And it isn't quite your space that you're in right now. So I'm feeling as if what's happening is that you need to evaluate. You need to just do one thing per day and not overload yourself. So the feeling that you're lost is because you're trying to take on too many things all at once. So pick one thing that is the major issue that you want to be resolved and focus straightly on that one. Because this card is saying, as you see that she's looking upwards towards that wand, and that new growth and that new beginning is appearing with her. And there's a sense of excitement. So what that means is you are almost there. You just need to focus on one idea, one project, one thing that is really, really, holding you back, and fix that first. One other thing too, Celeste, is I am getting that the winds of change and travel. I know it's only one question, but there's nobody else here right now, so that's fine. Winds of change and travel, that means it's time to pack your bags and start looking for home, where you belong, someplace that you can relate to. It's, moving across country, perhaps different state, province, whatever it is, wherever you're living. But it feels as if you've used up your time and energy where you currently are, and you need to look for a brand new adventure, new location for yourself. It may seem a little scary because you have obligations, but those obligations will always, they will always change when you change your location. So I feel as if you just need a new start, Celeste. You're very welcome. And if you'd like a further reading, please reach out to me. It's either in the comments here, or you can tap on the banner at the top of my channel, and feel free to subscribe as well. That would be lovely. Thank you. So I'm going to continue with the Cancer, because while we're waiting for people to join. And the Queen of Pentacles. Well, it looks like you guys are very, very busy putting away money for September, and squirreling it away like crazy. Just getting ready for, the summer and being able to enjoy yourself, but still your head's down. You're really working hard. And this is also to do with a lot of you are returning to school perhaps in the fall, but I'm also sensing that someone here is looking at moving to Europe or in those areas. So in a completely different situation. I love this card too, because this means that you are holding the pentacle. It's up to you completely. No one else is going to help you. There has never probably ever been any help for you, because it's like you're on your own in this case. But the pride that you're going to feel at the very end by September is going to be immense. And Celeste, sorry. Yes, yes, I can totally do a reading for you after we're done the show here, if you want to reach out to me. So you could always do the through pixiedust363@yahoo.com, or you can reach out to me leave me a message here on my YouTube, and we can arrange to do a reading with you. Because yeah, it sounds like you've got a lot going on. It's just like, where do you even start? It's so hard to really determine that. So while you're after the show or whatever, could you write me out a list, Celeste, of the things that are really the top of your concerns at the moment, and we can go over that. So a 15-minute reading is, of course, it's $40 US, and half hour is $70 US, and 1 hour is $150 US, and that you can do through PayPal. And it's paypal.me/Mystic Market. Hi, Celeste. There you go again. So perfect. I'm glad that you could join us. So if it's easier, Celeste, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right, you could email me, or you could go through my website, and we can arrange a reading further on. Oh, I see we have some more people joining us. This is nice. Hi, everyone. So I'll shuffle the deck now for a bit so that we can get some fresh answers for you. Oh, if Celeste is still here, I should pull an oracle card for you. And the oracle card that I picked is Action. Stop hesitating. So isn't that an accurate one? Stop hesitating. Movement creates the magic. Nothing can hold you back. Do you see that? That's action. Hi, Philson. Hi, how are you? What is your question for me, please? I can't do a general reading. It has to be a specific question. So this is a one-card pull for everybody. So Philson, if you could ask a specific question you want to know about, then we can go from there. How will selling art go? Oh, I love these kind of questions. So we're going to flip to the Housewives Tarot for that one. And that's this deck here. It's a fun little deck, and it's perfect for us artists. I too am an artist, so I completely get it. First of all, are you on Pinterest? What is your media? What are you using in order to advertise your art? That's the one thing that is key here, because everyone seems to be moving online, and the galleries are shutting their doors. Retail is just going under like crazy. And so the best way, what I'm seeing here is the seven of Pentacles for you. So growth. And as you see that you're growing your craft, you're growing your abundance, it appears that you're selling your art is going to be exquisitely brilliant. So now you need to team up with someone that can really market the heck out of it. So find that person. They're out there. Maybe join the Arts Council. Perhaps someone that is in that group has all the tricks of the trade that you need in order to, as you see, grow your art, grow your passion, grow your business. Because, you know, art is a very special, personal thing. But if you want it to sell, you have to make it into something that people want. So, for instance, what I'm finding with my art is I've had the art, the original, transferred over to shirts, dresses, tights, giftware, those sorts of things. And if you say that you don't have the money and that part of that, look at Vistaprint or look at companies that are really, you know, just to, you know, jump you up onto the, you know, the board, getting you up and running here so that you can start getting your market. And, you know, it's hugely successful for women's clothing, that sort of thing. And because a lot of the environmental concerns going on, get yourself your art put on environmental bags. You will sell a ton. So that's the answer to your question there, Wilson. And please feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you want a further reading, you can always reach me at pixiedust363@yahoo.com or through my website, which is in my banner. There's a little world sign that clicks on Mystic Intuitive Services. So either way, glad to help you. Very glad. And good luck with your art, though, Filson, because it's just something that it pours out of our soul. We can't stop doing that type of work. It's not a yes or no issue. It's just a matter of pushing through to find the exact product that needs to be promoted. So a lot of people aren't even buying paintings anymore. It's very difficult. I mean, how many walls do we all have, right? So if you can transfer it into something that is usable, you will flourish. Hello, Liberty. Nice of you to join us, and let me know what your question is. It's one question only. Could be anything, as long as it is not can I have a general reading? It has to be an exact question. Of course you can. Go ahead, Liberty. And while we're waiting for Liberty to ask her question, I just wanted to let you guys know that after 20 years of actually doing this, I have decided to put together a 7-step program to learn how to do readings. So the first one, are you there, Liberty? Okay. The first lesson, so it's 7 in a package. Will me and Michael Perry have? Oh, okay, so that is a deck that I can use for that. I'm still using the Housewives deck. And the card that I pulled for you for that one is at a crossroads and having to clear a path for this children to come through. So there's something that's stuck, something that is missing, some kind of element that has been overlooked that is causing it's very difficult at this point to either conceive, or you will have a long period of time before that the children do arrive. I do sense that there are 2 children arriving for you, and they will be staggered between years. Hi, Joy. What does L? What is an L? Is that a Liberty? So what I'm getting is one of each. See here, the 2 eggs. One of each, and they're twins at the same time. You're welcome, Liberty. What does L feel for me currently? So we're going to deal with that one here. And that's a different deck as well. So the one I got for what does he feel for me is the yin and the yang. He's very serious. And sometimes he pushes you away, but I feel that he is definitely very serious. There's no one else in his life that he ever wants to have in his life. So, take calmness, take it at its own speed. So what's happening is sometimes it gets a little frustrating for you, but I feel as if that it will in the end work out to your benefit. So he is very serious about you. So what does he feel about me? Extremely committed. You're welcome. The Missing Key at My Job by Mimi. Okay. The missing key at your job. Is there a cubicle or something at this job? Because I feel that it is behind the drawer. Like when you pull out the drawer, it's behind a drawer. And what I'm getting is this card saying the King of Swords, someone put it there for safekeeping and they were going to return it later, but failed to. Hi, Julie. Yes, nice to see you. Can I have a reading about what Jacob feels about me? So that one. How long have you been with Jacob? Because what I'm getting is that he's ready to move forward and be a little bit more present in the relationship right now. Yes, the drawer. I don't know. I sense a silver or a pale gray desk, something like that. Perhaps it's a filing cabinet, but it's a drawer that I can pull out and it's lodged in there. Okay, so Julie, so you just met him. So that's what I'm sensing is like he's wanting to take the next step. So the card that I got for him is the 6 of Swords. So this is all about traveling in the new direction. I'd say have fun with this one because he seems to be, sincere and smart and logical and all those things that, he seems to have his head together. He kind of makes me, Julie, feel dizzy with giddiness somehow. Like he's just, I don't know, a breath of fresh air. Like he's just something that's really different from what you've experienced before. I would hold on to this and see how this turns out. So that was your question there, Julie. So we've now been at this. Yes, I do, Joy. So what I do usually is I can do online readings through, Messenger, that sort of thing, Zoom. I can do, if you want to do a phone reading, if you're in the US or Canada. And I can do email readings, and that's through pixiedust363@yahoo.com. If you go to my website too, that is on the top, on my channel here, there's a little world, that symbol with my link to my website. So you can set up a reading that way as well. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I am on Instagram, you name it. Just check out Mystic Intuitive Services. Be happy to do that for you. You're very welcome, Joy. Hello, Juju. How are you? And what was your question for me today? See, isn't this better than dialing 1-800 psychic star or whatever? I think it's a lot more fun. This interaction. Can I have a reading on my missing AirPods? I don't know what an AirPod is. Anyways, not important what the subject material is, but it is under the earth, underground, buried someplace. Earphones, yeah, those so they're buried. You must have dropped them somewhere, and someone snagged them and tossed them in the forest. I also do pet questions too, if you're ever interested in that. I've been doing this for 20 years actually, and I've done it all. I've done tarot, psychic medium, palmistry, pet questions. I don't touch on health very often because that's something that a physician should be doing, not an actual psychic. Because if we ever misled someone, then that could be quite a dastardly thing, couldn't it? So those are some of the questions that I answer. Your website is not on the description. Well, it's actually, if you go to my channel, there's a little world button at the, like in the banner. Well, here, you know what? Here, just one sec. When is my Virgo going to contact me or reach me? Let's see. And Joy, just leave me a message here then on YouTube, and then we can get started. I can set you up that way as well, okay? If you can't find the website, or if it's just not working for you, then we can just set it up through here. Just message me on YouTube. When is my Virgo going to contact me or reach me? Whew, 3 weeks, 3 of Pentacles. Oh, you're in the spotlight. You're like in his mind all the time. Definitely. 3 weeks. Yeah, Joy, I don't know. I'm pretty new to YouTube, actually. I've been focusing on Facebook lately. So that might be another option that you could go through. So if you look up Mystic Intuitive Services on Facebook, it might be a little easier. Yes. So Stella, I agree. Like, I don't know. I feel like whatever the two of you went through, wow, it's completely settling down. Everyone's, focused on, a new beginning between the two of you again. So the universe is telling you that it's now time that you will be reaching out with each other. Hi, Jules. How are you? And if you have a question for me, let me know. One question only, please. If you want a further reading, again, on the banner, there's a little world sign, and you can tap into my website that way, or you can Facebook me, which is Mystic Intuitive Services. We can get you started up that way. I'm great, Jules. Yeah, I've never done this before, so this to me is exciting. It's just, who knew you could do YouTube, right? What actions will Jay be taking towards me currently? What do you mean exactly? Because I'm feeling that it's a slow progress with Jay. Yeah, what I'm getting with Jay is that it's staggered. Like there's a few days that he'll talk with you, and then it's like silence. I'm not 100% sure that he's 100% sure that this is going to go any further than it already has. Do you know what I mean? So you might need to reevaluate that. But again, don't do anything rash until the end of July, because we're right now in a retrograde and that'll backfire miserably. Hi, Sandra and Jules. Right. See, exactly. That's what I'm sensing too, is just like he's just not all there when we're present in the relationship, more so than he should be. If he's completely into you, you would know it within 30 seconds. Well, Sandra, the card that I'm getting is confusion for you. So the answer is, I don't think he will. He's still very confused about his own life, where he's going, who he is internally as well as externally, what he's going to do with his future. So at this point in his life, it doesn't appear that he will be reaching out to you. It's time to let that go, because immediately when we let things go, if it's really truly what you want, that person returns instantly. So you need to just let him go. Just do it. Just let him go. And feel free, guys, to hit subscribe to my channel. Every little hit counts for me, because I think I've, like I said, this is my first time really doing this YouTube. I've been doing Facebook for, gosh, I guess since 2007. I've been doing live readings on there. Hello, Astrodim. And what is your question for me, please? By the way, peeps, we've only got 20 more minutes left, so we're going to wrap it up in about 20 minutes. Go ahead, Astrodim. Let's see what you got. Well, you're allowed one question, so I'm going to interpret that question as, will this be a successful evening with Fernando? He treats you like gold. He's like the knight in shining armor, this person. And it appears to me that you're going to be very well taken care of and pampered. So how the outcome will be? Brilliant. You're going to have the time of your life. Yeah, you got a good catch there, Astrodim. Totally do. So I'm going to switch decks for a bit and see what else we can come up with here. So this is the Revelation cards, and these are from 1912. I thought it was 1913. And so once in a while I use these ones just to get a little bit more clarification on subjects. The messages are very cryptic, yet straightforward, because they're written in a very old style. So some of you are going through a sort of like a backstabbing situation, or a situation where you're just being undermined by fellow employees or a loved one. And this card that's coming up is the Queen of Diamonds, which says, stand steadfast and refuse to allow silly remarks to cause you unhappiness. So that is what's coming up for you. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So whatever it is that's causing this little hiccup, you're not part of that. You don't have to own that. That's not your energy. That is someone being jealous, someone being not forthright with you, and making you feel as if that you're insignificant. And that's not something you own. It's because they're trying to take power away from you. So that's those cards here. That's the Revelation deck. Looks like we have a few more people here, so that's good. So a little bit about the course that I'm putting together too. I'm doing 7 lessons. Oh, hi, Julia. Julita, sorry. Julita. What is your question for me, please? Every time I try to announce the course, anyways, I'm putting together 7-step course plus. So it teaches you about the major arcana, how to do a reading, what the significance of the cards are, how to do a spread, and also how to choose a deck. It's got a lot to do with getting how to get highly accurate with definitions that have worked for decades. I've been using this system, this exact system that I'm going to be teaching for over 20 years, and it's worked. Like I've worked in 10 New Age shops. I've done hundreds of fairs. And so these lesson plans that I've put together are completely bulletproof, let's just say. It's really an incredible situation. How does Eric feel about me, and why do I keep seeing things that signify him? So Eric, it feels to me, is not in the picture. I feel that he is moved past this relationship and has moved into another relationship. So what I'm getting with Eric, you're still focusing on his energy and you're still drawing and calling him back, even though he is at a point where in his life where he's trying to move past what has happened with the two of you. He feels as if it's time for you to also be happy and live the life of you that you deserve. He's not sorry. He is, regretful in how everything turned out. And I feel that's why he keeps seeing him, is because there's still guilt underlying behind the two of you. So at this point, if you keep seeing signs, like his car drives by, all of a sudden he's in the same market, getting his groceries, whatever it is, if that's occurring, that means the two of you will be drawn back together again, because there's still a lesson that has to be learned between the two of you. And so let it happen, let it occur. But, keep in mind that what you sometimes bring back isn't the same person that you had before. I'm sorry, Celeste, what is your question about Taurus? And I believe, yes, yeah, no problem, Julita. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're trying to ask me. The sign Taurus, that's not really a question. What does it say? Taurus can be quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Not demanding, but very cut and dry. They like to be able to organize things. They're very good financial planners, bankers, investments, those sorts of things. People that are involved in real estate, financial adventures, investing, stock markets, things like that. World financial groups, those are signs of the Taurus generally. Taurus, Virgo, and Libra. Those are the 3 signs for that. As for love with Taurus, they are very, very, very judgmental at times and very loyal, like hugely loyal. They will have their hand on your back when you're going through a door. They will, make sure that everything's taken care of. But they also have that element of surprise. They really observe quite a bit. Hi, Bianca. Nice to see you. Let me know what your question is when you're ready. So the sign of Taurus is solid. It is marriage material. is, someone that you can rely on and depend on for the rest of your days. That's the most I know of my experience with Taurus. But again, if you would like a further reading, you can connect with me afterwards. Your missing case, lost it this morning. Oh, there's a lot of lost objects today. So far I had a key and a whole bunch of other things, earplugs, and now I've got this. My missing case. Ooh, it's got important papers in it or something, I feel. Oh, heck. Is this true, Bianca? Did it have something very important in it, like some sort of paperwork? A document of some sort, or what was it? I'm not sure, but it seems as if that, yeah. You better check with the lost and found in that building. Case it would hold things. But Bianca, what I'm getting is that there's some sort of document in there that is extremely important that you cannot afford to lose. Is that correct? The case is important. Okay, I'm just gonna, because the image I got is some document inside this case, but if the case is that is important, was handed down to you in some way. Were you passing through a building when you noticed that you had lost it? Like, when do you remember that all of a sudden it was gone? Because what I'm sensing is that it has been found, and it's just at home. I was just at home. Were you in a building though? Like, what I'm getting is that someone has found it and it is sitting at either guest services or a info center or something. Like, it's been in the lost and found, waiting for you. Well, let me know how that pans out, because I feel like it was really important. Well, Bianca, that's what I'm sensing, is that someone has found it already, and it has been put into either guest services or some sort of lost and found. Please do as much backtracking as you possibly can. I'm sure that you have already covered a lot of ground. No problem. I hope you find this, because it feels to me as if it was passed down to you and it was very special. Celeste, there's only one question for today, but if your girlfriend would like a reading, then for sure we can set something up like that. So we got 10 minutes left, people, and then we are closing the door for the day. So back to this course thing. So what I was trying to explain. So there's 7 lessons. Lesson 1 is how to choose a deck, care for the deck, program it before and after it's used with the client. Simple yet highly accurate definitions that have worked for decades of the major and minor arcana. And lesson 2 is the meaning of the 4 suits: pentacles, cups, wands, and swords. In depth, easy to follow definitions that you can confidently follow and remember. Lesson number 3 is the meaning of the minor arcana in plain lingo, easy to recite and remember. And we're going to do some spreads at that time. Hello, Naomi. Lesson number 4 is how to set the stage for a one-on-one reading, set the ambience, the enthusiasm in a reading brings you and your client into a trusted union. It's got to be something that attracts the customer to your table more than any other reader in the vicinity. So that's also based on the fact that I've done so many markets and fairs, and I've seen what works for some reasons, what the customer is attracted to the most. Hi, Brown Sugar. You guys, I've got 10 minutes left, and then I'm closing the door. So please go ahead and ask your questions. The next lesson 5 is working with typical spreads that are quick and have worked for me with over thousands of readings. Tips on how to enhance your psychic connection to the cards, which is really important, because once you choose a deck, you want to stick with that deck, and you want to make sure that it has as much imagery as possible, so that you can read in depth. It's not just about the numbers on the card and the readings that and the meanings in the back of the book. Brown Sugar, you just want a 1-card pull. Okay. Wow, looks like you're going to be going to a celebration of sorts, and you're going to start really enjoying yourself this summer. It feels as if the 6 of Cups has arrived for you, and multiple adventures and multiple possibilities are opening up for you. Congratulations. You have, been very kind of hermited in the last little while, and I feel that now is your turn to finally shine through, and it's going to be exciting. Take that leap of faith and start doing something different, one thing different every day, and you're going to change your outcome and your fate every day. So that I practice that myself, and I teach my clients that too, but about manifestations and things. If you want it and you can picture it, and you have to make the action happen. So this is the 6 of Cups, and it's you see that she's drinking from as many cups as possible. Your cups overflowing is what this card means. It just is a brilliant card to have. You came for insight, Naomi. I'll be right with you, Naomi. And it feels like it's brilliant. Everything that you touch and everything you do. You're also, I have a sense, Brown Sugar, that you're about to embark on a new career path in September. So good luck with that. I think that you're ready. Vega, you're welcome. So yeah, and Brown Sugar, feel free if you want an additional reading to, after the show is done, which is another 9 minutes, message me whatever you want, and we can set something up and see where you're really going. Naomi, you came for insight. And feel free, guys, to hit subscribe. Whoa, cleaning house. Looks like, Naomi, you're cleaning house. So start getting rid of all those things that don't belong to you anymore, and start getting rid of the things that don't fit and that aren't working. I know that it's tough for you sometimes to let go of those things, people, places, and objects, but it's cleaning house time for you. So go for it. Your intuition is 1000%. Oh, good. And, perfect. I always say, I have a group of readers that I have started. If your intuition is high and you're open up to the channels that for messages that are coming through, it is a fine time for you to start being an actual professional reader. Practice on family, that's fine, but you want people that you don't know, believe it or not, because then you'll get the most accurate. Well, if you're feeling like you're electrified, that means, a lot of people are right now too, because they're feeling as if they almost like restlessness, kind of jitteriness, like, oh, something cool is going to happen next and I can't wait to see what it is. It's coming, but it's not going to come until after July 21st, because right now we are in a retrograde. So don't do anything. Don't do anything rash, or just hold on for a bit. Anyways, lesson 6, we got 6 minutes. The closing act. Gauge your clients' reactions. Learn to follow. You're welcome. Yes, they are. Isn't it exciting? You have that intense feeling that it's like, oh my God, it can't get any better than this. Is it humanly possible to get any more exciting? The answer is still yes. There's still more coming for you, Naomi. So lesson 6 is the closing act. And that is how you gauge your clients' reactions, learn to follow up and ask them these highly important questions to bring them back again. Isn't it scary? I know it's fun though, isn't it? Again, for another reading, let's look at body language, eye contact. Yes, you may. And then we've got 5 minutes remaining. So yeah, please go ahead with your one question. Body language, eye contact, touch. Each person that sees you for a reading wants a personal touch meant solely for them. So it's at times, a very personal, intrusive when they come for a reading. They want high privacy, they want to be respected, and they want to, that one-on-one attention. So in lesson 6, I show you how to do that. Between Gil and I. Oh, huh. Okay. Whew, you got the card of marriage there, Adriana. I'd say that's a pretty positive yes. Go for it. You're welcome. So back to this lesson thing. Okay. Lesson 7 is build a beautiful business. They call it passive income, yet in my world, this is how I make an actual income. I'm going to say unlimited, because really you have no idea from day to day what kind of income that you're going to pull in. But eventually it gets to be, a little bit more, you can sense, you can depend on it. It takes a couple of years if it's not an overnight project, but anything that is worthy of, hello, gratitude, joy. Anything that is worthy of doing and waiting and patiently for it to make itself the potential of growth. So stick with it, because it's a beautiful way of living. It's really wonderful. There's so many avenues now open for readers that it is insane. Like there's so many channels that you can use. So lesson 7 is the most gratifying way ever. Joy in helping people live their potentials. We touch on how to break into the field of psychics and how to earn social media support, how to market with email, Zoom, YouTube, the best shows to attend with little investment, what doesn't work, so why bother? Exactly, Naomi. Practice first. Go ahead, Gratitude. You got a couple of minutes. Still waiting there. Okay. So what does and what doesn't work? So believe me, I've done it all. I have literally done it all. I've worked for online companies, fairs, markets, 11 new age shops. 10 new age shops. I've done it so follow my lead, because I'll show you what doesn't work. So you don't have to do what I did over the last 20 years, and you can learn how to do it the right way. Will Capricorn and me reconcile? Well, what I'm getting is actually gratitude. There's many different, as this card shows here, the King of Swords. There's many different building blocks that are going on at the current time. And so gaining that trust back again, see that he's got that balancing act going on. So it is more to him almost like I feel as if that he is not too sure whether or not it is a really good idea at this time. I do feel and believe that you will try it one more time, and you will be pleasantly surprised with how much passion and how much love and how much the person is really, really responding to you. But I feel within 5 years, then that you will end up growing apart, and that will be just how life is. It's just, something that unavoidable. But at this time, as you see that he's building that building block, he does want to reconnect and reconcile. Is M in love with me, or what are his true feelings? So that's my last question. And the Queen of Cups is coming up for you. I'm using the other deck now. The Queen of Cups is coming up for you, and this is AP. And that is emotional. You're very welcome, Gratitude Joy. So it's emotional. He's emotionally attached to you. He feels like that you're the most beautiful person he's ever met in his entire life. So I wouldn't be surprised if the two of you are in a romantic, passionate relationship within the next couple of weeks. Very good, very good. So I'm going to close it down here. And if anyone wants a further reading, you can reach out to me, either leave a comment or go through my Mystic Intuitive Services, the website that's listed in the channel, or you can email me at pixiedust363@yahoo.com. So there's multiple ways, and you can also reach me through Facebook, which is Mystic Intuitive Services. So just one last thing I was completing here is when you're done the 7 courses, there's a bonus that I also include in the price, and that is the 7 secrets of a successful psychic. And so, learning how to enhance your third eye, develop your niche, clairvoyance, practice play to raise your vibration, your self-care. You're very welcome, AP. Accurate, your self-care, because you're a conduit, right? As a reader, we're a conduit to this energy. And so we need to be able to make sure that we are also in the clear so that we can do our physical work. And there's other secrets here too. I'm not going to give them all away, because then why would you join my class, right? So email me and I'll get you set up for that. It's $333 for the 7 hours, and that's in US. We will see you shortly. So I'm going to do this again probably in 2 weeks at 1 p.m. again, and I'll put the live announcement up on my Facebook or my YouTube channel at that time. So I'm thinking that weekend of the July 20th. As long as it's a Saturday, I can come and play with you guys, okay? Have a very good morning, evening, day, whatever it is, wherever you are in this world, and we will see you again. Bye for now.